made it to the Needles district of Canyonlands. I think this spot will do for a couple days. Just gonna put my camper right next to the trailer, closest to us. Pretty cool view. Another awesome 360 degree. Good amount of snow on the north side of these mountains. It's pretty cold. I think I'm at like a little under 6,000 feet. My truck was saying in like the low 30s. I think it's gonna warm up a little bit later in the week. It's a RZR day in Moab. It's actually my first time in Moab in over a year, which is a little unusual because I typically would come here for a week every single year. Today I'm going to be doing the Lockhart Canyon and Lockhart Basin Trail 60 and 59. If you guys do plan on doing some off-roading in Moab, definitely recommend getting this book. There might be a new edition now. I got this about like 6-7 years ago. You can see it by all my tabs. I've definitely done a lot of the trails. But yeah, it should be a good one. Let's see. Looks like pretty easy to start. I'm kind of camped right here. I should have showed you that on original OLA. Oh well. Yeah, I'm camped right here at the beginning of the trail. Pretty easy most of the way. Looks like there's some plane crash debris at the beginning of where it gets a little hard. And then that might be my turnaround point because UTVs like my RZR are not allowed in national parks. They were for about a week, but that went away real quick. Another nice thing about my RZR, and really all RZRs with the ride command system, is it has all these trails built in and it tracks you on them, so it's real easy to find your way back. I don't know how people sometimes go for 20, 30, 40, even 100 miles in a day and always find their way back. I've definitely relied on this a few times. But it's nice because it also has a bunch of trails just there in case you don't really know what you're looking for. But makes it super easy to stay on trail and, yeah, find new ones, find your way back. Taking a little stop. There's supposed to be some plane crash debris over here. I got the coordinates in my phone. The book had coordinates for it, so let's go walk towards it. It's probably just over that hill. Pretty nice, easy drive so far. Haven't even touched low gear yet. But there's supposed to be some rock crawling pretty soon, so I bet I will get my first taste of Moab again. The coordinates make it seem like it's right by all these boulders, but I don't see anything. Definitely nothing big. I'd imagine most people probably took stuff away from it by now. There's actually this crash site of a fighter jet in the Colorado mountains. There was a good amount left, but people I was talking to Said there was a lot more like 10-15 years earlier. Morning, guys. Got a really cool hike for you today. Gonna be doing the Chesler Park loop in the Needles district of Canyonland. Should be really cool. Read some good things about it. Pictures look good. I'm sure it'll be even nicer in person. I made it to the trailhead. If the drive-in was any indication of how cool this hike is gonna be, we're in for a good one. Got my bag packed. This water bottle gallon thing didn't have a lot of water, so it completely froze. But luckily I had a full one, so I was able to fill my pack. The last 2 miles of this road is actually a dirt road, very well maintained. It says you should only be 21 feet long. I'm actually almost 22 feet long, but this guy made it no problem. So, and I would say the road was really nice. I would have even taken a Class C RV that's bigger than this. Even if I would even take like a tiny trailer and not be too worried. Not sure where you park it, but yeah, it was a decent road. But yeah, I'm excited. There's a map of the area. Me starting at Elephant Hill, coming down here, doing this loop, and then going back. I almost went to Druid Arch, but I decided to do this loop instead, because apparently this whole part of the hike, you're in a wash of like a dried out riverbed, and it's just sand the whole time, and I hate those hikes. And these views are supposed to be just as good, just don't have the arch at the end. But it's pretty cold. I thought it was going to be in the 40s, but it's in the low 30s when I got here at 10:30. So let's hope we stay warm. I'm pretty well insulated. I got a base layer, mid-weight, bottom and top, fleece jacket, fleece pants, and got extra jackets and rain pants if I need them. So I think we'll be good. But it's pretty gloomy out. I was hoping the sun was gonna warm me up a little bit. This landscape looks so cool with snow all over it, or in certain small spots. It'd be really cool if there was snow all over the place. I don't know if you guys are familiar too much with hiking, but these things, these stacked rocks, are there to help you stay on trail with kind of out using like man-made things to disturb the natural landscape. They're called Cairns, like Cairnes, not the name probably least used for babies since 2020, but they're just used to help you stay on trail. And you're supposed to see another one once you get to one, but this trail's pretty obvious, so I'm sure we're obviously gonna go this way. But just a little route finding 101 with David. What do we have here? A little slot canyon kind of action. Pretty cool. Let's see if we can stay horizontal the whole way. I'm going to be doing some slot canyons in other parts of southern Utah where you have to get really tight. Like turn your body sideways, take your backpack off. It gets narrow. I've done it before, like 6-7 years ago, called Peekaboo and Spooky Slot Canyon. Those are really cool. I think there's a couple more we'll check out. Zebra, that was another good one. Another route finding tip: if you see branches or logs that aren't attached to a tree or ground, don't go that way. Usually means turn around, look for another way. Stop stopping like every 10 feet to take another video. This place is just insane. I think the snow really adds to it too. A little unfortunate, it's an overcast day. But man, this place is incredible. You could easily hike for 20-30 miles and not see the same thing. But lots of camp spots. Definitely have to preserve those. But yeah, this place, I actually passed a couple backpackers. Just surprising. It gets down into the 20s here. Maybe even teens last night. It was cold. I don't backpack in that kind of weather. I think my low I do is probably 40. I think my sleeping bag is rated for 30, but then my face would be freezing. Don't think the sun is going to peek out again. Just shining a tiny bit through the clouds. It's actually not too bad temperature-wise. once I started hiking and got my body warmed up, I've been feeling really good. It's actually a relatively easy hike if you don't mind the distance. Really not a lot of elevation gain. As you can kind of tell, you can see like the next 200-300 feet of this trail. This is just so cool. It's just insane what water and wind and time can do. Maybe some other stuff at play, but just otherworldly. I can't get over this place. I'm trying to think where it ranks in my top whatever list. I don't know if I could give it top 5, but I really think it's in the top 10, which is really saying something. I've been on some pretty incredible hikes. Yeah. I can't recommend it enough, and I'm only like halfway there. Let's see how this overlook is. I bet it's gonna be sick. Wow. Just did the viewpoint. Now I'm gonna do that joint trail. Looks like we head down this little slot canyon. Almost positive. Looks pretty cool. See if it's bigger than the last one. It looks like it might be more narrow. Oh no, I think I go left. Oh, it looks a little bit more narrow. Just a tiny bit more. I think I can go sideways the whole way. That's pretty cool. These hikes always make me think, like, very thankful for the people that originally found it, but how cool must it have been to finally find this whole loop. All these hikes. I just can imagine just stumble upon it all. So crazy. Guess good and bad about nowadays for how easy it is to find hikes. Nice and easy to find them, but nice and easy for them to be crowded too. Unless you go in the winter. I've passed 5 people today. 2 backpackers, 1 guy trail running, and another 2 people just day hiking like me. They're doing the same loop. Just going a tiny bit slower than me. Wow, this is really cool. This is a long slot canyon. It'd suck if it started pouring right now. But it doesn't look like there's any rain or snow in the forecast for the next couple weeks, which I'm actually disappointed because I was really looking forward to seeing snow on the Arches in Arches National Park. I've been to Moab quite a few times, Arches and Canyonlands quite a few times, but never got a chance to see snow on the Arches. And I was really hoping this was going to be the year, but nothing in the forecast, so we'll just hope some rain comes soon. Rain, snow. But if not, we'll still check them out one more time. Ooh, it's getting a little trickier. I might have to put you guys down. Made that. That was really cool. Not sure if I like this little section more than the slot canyons that I've been to already, but this is a really cool slot canyon section. I was not expecting this part on the trail. Pleasant surprise. The Needle section of Canyonlands is a little bit away from Moab. I'd say, I mean, it was 30 minutes from my camping place to get to this trailhead. So I'd say it might be like almost 2 hours. At least an hour, hour and a half. But it might even be like 2 hours from like downtown Moab if you're staying in a hotel there. But I would make the trip. Ooh, there's an exit. There's not an exit. I think I'm gonna keep going straight. Yeah, let's go straight. That got a little tight. I didn't even have to turn sideways. I just scraped my backpack a little bit. Such a cool trail. Look at that. Just coolest rock formations and views. There's like a couple mountain ranges. I don't know if you could see them that well in the distance. I think the San Juan Mountains were one of them. Not sure about the other. It's just so crazy, unique. Like, where else do you see this? Maybe Mars. The sun is finally coming out. I'm about to feel it. This is so cool. It actually makes it even cooler with the shadows. There's sun. I think I made it back to the start of the loop. I think so. Yep. There's those mountains in the background. That was so cool. I did the loop, let's see, clockwise. Not sure one way's better than the other, but that's the way I did it. I brought my micro spikes, but I ended up not using them. This was the only section I thought about putting them on as I slipped right there. But I was pretty much walking on like flat surfaces, like stairs. So, and there was a good amount of like gaps. But if it did snow like within the last day or two, I would definitely bring micro spikes and plan on using them. Starting to get a little dark, so I think I'm gonna sign off here. Man, can I not recommend this trail enough? Just unbelievable views the whole time. Really not bad either, like as far as how hard it was. But man, this was a good one. Got a little change of plans. I was originally planning on staying in this spot for another couple days, but my buddy from Idaho has actually decided to come down to Moab for the weekend. So I'm gonna head about an hour and a half north to this campground right outside the Hell's Revenge and Fins and Things trail. It's actually going to be the first time I'm ever going to pay to camp in the 5 years I've owned this camper, but it's not like an RV park where you're all packed in like sardines. It's kind of just a regular campground, and I can't imagine it'll be too busy at this time of the year. The main reason I'm staying in this campground is because it's right outside the trails, so I won't have to unload my camper to do these trails, like trailer my RZR. But for the other trails I want to do, I will actually have to bring my trailer away from camp, because the free camping spots don't have they have some trails nearby, but not all of the ones I want to do. But no big deal. made it. Looking for a spot. Haven't seen any other campers yet. Pretty nice. There's quite a few spots, but I bet this place fills up in the summer or the warm months. I'm probably gonna take that spot that's right behind me, but I'm gonna look a little bit more. There's some people running Hell's Revenge, the end part, or maybe they're just beginning. Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't been here in a little bit. I guess not that long. I was here last October, like 2 Octobers ago. But I've been to Moab probably 5 times. But I've only really done Hell's Revenge, I think, once. I did Fins and Things twice, at least twice. Maybe I did 2, once, twice, and the other 3 times, but yeah, I'm excited to do it again. I think that'll do. I actually used my leveling blocks for probably what, maybe the 2nd or 3rd time. That worked really well. I used the pitch and roll on my head unit. I was like 3 degrees over, so I put 3 things on each of them, just because that was the most I could do and have it even. But it worked out pretty well. I was only 1 degree off each way after that, so not too bad. Looks like this is gonna be the camping spot for the night. Yeah, I got a little road noise, but I'm sure it's gonna die down real soon. Just wanted to add, there wasn't anyone at the guard station, not surprised. So there's like a fill out tag for paying to use for day or camping. I didn't see anyone stop for day use. But I bet you rangers can come and check. So I paid like a good boy, and I'll fill this out and hang on my truck.